you're mowing in a bad neighborhood, it's really, important to take extra precaution, to be extra aware if you can and you have the means. Definitely carry a firearm. You never know what'll happen if somebody tries to steal your equipment. I know we've been in some bad situations over the years. Usually everything's good, but all it takes is that one time to either you could get shot, robbed, or have your equipment stolen. So it's definitely really important to keep that in mind. Another thing, try to mow not alone if you're in a bad neighborhood, and always keep an eye on your equipment. Have one person start in the front and other person weed eating in the back, and then switch, so there's always eyes on your equipment and you're never leaving it unaccounted for. About just being aware of your surroundings, whether that's getting out of your vehicle, parked on the side of the road, or just mowing, mowing in traffic. I mean, you really got to be careful, because you never know, you get comfortable mowing a yard, you're used to, not a lot of heavy traffic on that road, and before you know it, you're getting hit by a car. And I've also noticed, especially in like little bit worse neighborhoods, people fly through there. There's a lot of cars parallel parked on the side of the road. There's a lot of blind spots, whether it's around a curve or around a big van, you can't see, and you're liable to get hit by a bus if you don't pay attention. Another thing to keep in mind doing yards like this is, you'll get in a rhythm and get to know a lot of your yards, but it's important to always do a quick walkthrough and just pay attention to the trash in the yard. You might have to do a trash pickup. It's nice to wear cargo shorts, because you have a pocket on one side for weed eater string and you have a trash pocket on the other. I know they're kind of ridiculous looking and out of date, but works out really well that way. For me, mowing is often a state of contemplation. You can get into a really deep state of mind when mowing. Well, don't do that when you're mowing in a bad area. Your head needs to be on a swivel 24/7. There's always people around in cars and on foot. I've had people pop out of nowhere trying to get my attention for no reason. And the other thing, look at all this trash. There is trash everywhere. I don't know where it comes from, and it doesn't make any sense. It's even worse when you're in a bad neighborhood, on a corner, at a stop sign or a stoplight, because people come through and they stop and they just throw the trash out. And there's this much trash every week. It never ceases to amaze me. But I'm not surprised, and I know what to expect at this point. I just hate mowing them. I try to do my best from yard to yard and give it my A effort, but when you have a property that looks like this and the people around it treat it like shit, you can't help but to care a little bit less. And I hate to say it, but that's just how it is. The other thing, the city doesn't care about this property when they put stoplights in the middle of the yard. I know there's not much of a yard to begin with, but it's just like, here, we're throwing this in and there's nothing you're going to do about it. Another thing is, you seriously need to be ready to start busting on a moment's notice. No lie, carry a firearm, wave it around inconspicuously, do whatever you need to do, because I'm telling you, if you look weak in any way, shape, or form, you will either get messed with, have your stuff stolen, or you'll get robbed. Mowing in bad neighborhoods means mowing in bad yards, and when you mow in bad neighborhoods, even if you do a walkthrough every single time, you're going to end up getting stuff on your blades. It's going to really dull them, and you're going to have to go through blades a lot more if you're mowing bad yards regularly. Bad yard, which means bad house, which means the neighborhood is probably pretty old, which means that it hasn't been updated in a while, which then means and leads to cement being just spread out everywhere, whether it's remnants of an old brick wall or rock wall or cement wall, which means a lot more weed eating, and that kind of stuff chunks and breaks apart and gets in the yard. You end up running over it. You can do as much searching and being vigilant as you want, but you're going to end up running over this stuff. Mowing in these neighborhoods really pisses me off sometimes. Like, look at this couch. It's ridiculous. Like, who put it there? No one lives in this house. This house is vacant. We're mowing the house because it's vacant. Yet here sits this destroyed couch. This is what I'm talking about when I say I want to put in my A effort. When I see stuff like this, I'm not going to move it or weed eat around it or move it and put it back or take it with me. I'm mowing around it. It's trash. Hopefully someone will come and move it, but it's not my problem at the end of the day. Well, that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching, and stay posted for a new video at some point within this next week.
This is a Princey the Truth production.